yelled, concerned. FBI, came the loud reply. The men flashed photo IDs with the FBI logo. Preston slowly opened the door, unprepared for both men to push by him into the foyer. For an awkward moment, the men stood facing Preston, saying nothing. It was Preston who broke the silence. It's highly unusual to have someone, especially the FBI, knock on our door at night without notice. We just sat down to dinner. The taller of the two men spoke first, but he did not apologize. Special Agent John Bonetti, he said. His tone carried an air of authority as he glanced at the other man. This is Special Agent Thomas Sullivan. We're here about Austin Disley. What about Austin? Marcia had joined her husband, and the look on her face said it all. Agent Bonetti looked hard at Preston. Disley's the CFO of your company? It was more of a statement than a question. Yes, he is, but he's on administrative leave until a certain matter blows over. How about Teddy Thompson and Stacy Bowers? Asked the other agent. Do you know them? Thompson works for Bank North America, Preston said. After thinking about it for a moment, I don't know Bowers. Preston could tell by the ever-tightening grip on his arm that his wife was becoming agitated. He moved to end the conversation quickly. Why are you asking me these questions, and why tonight in our home? The sharp delivery was not like Preston, even under such circumstances, and he silently chastised himself for it. Sullivan looked Preston up and down, squinting all the while, making it clear he was the agent in charge. We're part of a bank fraud investigation team, and it would be helpful for you to cooperate with us. You say you don't know Bowers, but you do know Disley and Thompson. We'd like to discuss both of them with you. Before Preston could object, both men stepped into the living room, each removing a notepad and pen from his suit coat. As he and his wife took a seat on the couch, Preston's mind started to spin. The agents remained standing, and Preston was not about to invite them to sit. He was unsure whether he should even be talking to them without his lawyer present. As if reading his mind, Agent Sullivan said, If you don't want to talk with us without your attorney, that's your prerogative. But it would go a lot better for you if you cooperated with us now. Until recently, you were only a person of interest. He cleared his throat. What we hear is you're to be named an unindicted co-conspirator. Marcia jumped up and looked at Preston. What? Did you know anything about this? Preston gave a tiny shake of his head and held his finger over his lips. Marcia seemed stunned, then nodded. She stepped toward the agents and asked to take a closer look at their identification. Each handed his leather-encased badge and identity card to her. She studied them one by one, and then said she would like to speak with her husband privately. Preston followed Marcia into the office they shared in their Trump Tower apartment. Even after closing the door behind them, when she spoke, it was in a whisper. Unindicted co-conspirator? What does that mean? I don't know. We need a lawyer. The strain in Marcia's eyes broke Preston's heart, so he quickly explained what he knew about Disley's situation, covering details he had kept from his wife so she would not be unduly worried about the latest blow his business had taken. I'm not overly concerned about Disley. I don't know anything about Thompson and Bowers, but we're going to be okay. His words sounded shallow even to himself, and he did not believe them. Marcia, we can talk about this later. We need to get back in there. Marcia nodded, and Preston followed her into the living room. Standing before the agents, Preston hesitated. When he finally spoke, his voice was soft and even, but with an undercurrent of authority. I'll be happy to cooperate, but this is neither the time nor the place. I would like legal counsel whenever we're together in the future. So if you gentlemen will excuse us, my wife and I would like to get back to our dinner. The agents nodded, and Preston and Marcia walked the men out. As Preston closed the door behind them, he realized he still had to deal with Marcia. Before he could say a word, however, his wife looked at him and said, I don't know about you, but I've lost my appetite. I'm going to bed. Get a lawyer.